Well, good morning. This is Marian from Pulse Surgery Center in Kissimmee, Orlando area, Florida, with one patient that we're gonna talk about a very interesting case in fibrosis. So, how are you today? Good.
Hi, Maria. I'm doing great.
Okay. Can you tell people, can you explain your experience? What happened? When was your first surgery? Are you from California, right?
I'm from California.
Okay, well, let me know what happened, when was your surgery, and everything, all the details, please.
Okay. So my first surgery was in 2021. I actually went to the Dominican Republic. That was my first lipo, my first experience with liposuction. Unfortunately, that didn't go well. I ended up with some fibrosis. It wasn't as severe, but I wasn't satisfied with how I looked. So a year later, to the date, pretty much, I went for my second surgery, which was a revision. I ended up going to Culiacan, Sinaloa, which is where I'm from.
In Mexico.
Mexico,
Okay.
yeah. And that was just the worst mistake I've ever done, that I could have ever made. The doctor actually burnt me. My side of my waist was burnt, and the fibrosis was just 10 times worse. So it just became a severe case. So I tried everything. I went to all kinds of different techniques. Didn't work. So after 2 years, I decided to go back and to try to give it a last shot, third and final shot. So 2 years later, which was this year in February, I went to Argentina. I found a doctor that he claimed he was a reconstructive specialist surgeon and specialized in fibrosis and the whole spiel. And sure enough, that was not true. He did sort of, he didn't fix it fully, but I did see some improvement, like slight improvement. But at least it didn't get worse. So, however, either way, I wasn't satisfied. Um, so I always knew about you, Marian. So, I knew that I had to come see you after that.
Okay, well, uh, looking for some help, and what happened? Where you found out this place? How is the way that you took to arrive to my practice?
So I think probably right after I don't know if it was after my first surgery, probably my second surgery, I started looking at like different fibrosis, like ways where I could just fix it. So I knew about you since back then, and I found you on YouTube. So I would just look at all of your videos on YouTube, and then I found you on Instagram, and so I knew about you for some time. So yeah, I've known about you for a few years now.
Okay, but after to visit the three different countries, so after that you took the decision to try with us with our technique, right?
Yeah, I always tell Marian that after that happened, those three surgeries, and they pretty much went left. I always tell her that Marian was my last hope. Is how I felt.
Well, a lot of girls, yes. This can be our slogan for the business.
Yeah.
You are my last hope
She
because
was my last hope, and I was honestly holding on to the idea that I can come, that I still had this opportunity, that this was something that was a possibility. Just it was literally my last hope. So I knew I had no other choice but to come see you. After everything that's happened.
so we're gonna talk about your how many days, because you are the person that stay in our retreat, right? So can
Right.
you tell about the experience and how many days have you been here?
I've been here for 2.5 weeks, almost 3. I'm so glad that I stayed here at your home. It's like the best place that you could literally choose to stay at if you're gonna come have treatment with Marian. It's so cozy, it's so homey, it's just so relaxing and nice. It's a beautiful place, and it was just so convenient, especially because I work from home. So I would
You don't need to pay transportation.
I really thought at first, I was like, you know what, I'll just stay there just to avoid taxis. And I really couldn't have chosen a better place. But yeah, it's really convenient. You come stay, and then when it's your turn, it's time for your treatment, you literally cross the hall and you're there. So, and then you can just get back to your day, which my day right after treatment is I go straight to work. So it's just super convenient. And the place is so nice and homey, and it's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. Well, we're gonna talk now about your results. So you got today. We already finished the session number 8 with the fibrosis that is really really severe. I think that I don't remember exactly now, but I gave you a stage 4 minimum because all this energy, all this treatment, all this laser. And was really really bad case. I think I told you, I don't want to hurt your feeling, but I think it's one of the worst cases that I have. Okay, so what is your sensation right now? Do you think that you can show some improvement? You can feel some improvement? Absolutely. Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, you have so many areas too, right? Like 7 areas that sometimes you spend here a lot of time because every area need a specific time to be treated, and so far I think we need some 3 more that gonna happen after your free follow-up in 3 weeks, right?
Right.
Okay, so can you see the improvement then, and can you see some result, right?
After my first session, I literally went back to the room and I just almost cried because I saw a big difference, especially on my upper abdomen where I have this really, like it's almost like a protruded
Yeah, it's the thing that I call the coin or moneda. When remember, girls, in another video when the therapist I don't know, they don't move the ultrasound head, and all this energy is in one specific point that is really bad because they produce all the fusion, the skin and the fascia and all that. It's really really hard to remove it. Well, she got exactly the same, the other cases.
Yeah. So I saw a big improvement since the very first day. Of course, my case is very severe, so I didn't know what to expect. I knew more than likely I wasn't gonna get 100%, but definitely can see and I can feel an improvement. And I'm happy about it.
Well, thank you very much. So I think we're gonna wait for the 3 weeks. I will post the before and after picture. You see that it's really evident. And something very curious. So you got a couple of small seromas, but also you got the burn. What happened with this scar tissue? With the thing?
Yeah, the scar tissue actually it looks a lot better. It looks more flat. So it used to be more like 3D, like it just was like hypertrophic.
Yes.
So now it's just a lot more flat.
Great. And also the seroma are reducing because the technique is not for that, because seroma is not part of the fibrosis treatment, but still like a side effect, you wanna say, you can see a nice improvement, and all the area is more flat, especially when you got the seroma. So well, thank you for your visit, for staying with us. Some advice that you want to tell the girls with fibrosis?
Definitely, as soon as you are, just make sure you have the right faja. Put on your faja. Don't stay off of it. And make sure you go to the right. I mean, if you could come to Mariana as soon as you're done with your surgery. I mean, if I could just go back, I would without a slight doubt. But find yourself the right massage therapist. But continue. Number 1 is to stay on your faja. I think that's where I messed up on my first one. I just wasn't wearing my faja the way I should have, and that would have changed a lot of things for me. So stay on your faja and find the right massage therapist.
Yeah, especially what. So I don't want to imagine how how much she was spending traveling through different countries. So I think if instead to say you are my last hope, a person can say you wanna be my first option, this gonna change. This gonna be absolutely different.
Absolutely.
What do you think about that?
I believe that's true. Instead of you saying, you're my last hope, it'd be greater to say you're my first choice for sure.
Well, thank you. Well, this happened because you know what? So this, if I was, for example, your first option, so I think you prevent fibrosis, so sometimes you don't need to spend a lot of money traveling to different countries to get fixed, and then was worse and worse, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
thank you very much. Bon voyage.
Thank you so much, Maria.
Thank you. Bye bye, girl.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.